News. President Trump says he won't sign the housing affordability bill until Congress passes his voter ID law. The House and Senate passed that housing bill in rare, overwhelmingly bipartisan votes. It aims to address the nation's housing shortage by increasing the supply of homes and providing grants to turn vacant buildings into affordable housing. President Trump was scheduled to sign the bill at noon today, but now he says that's canceled. White House correspondent Karen Travers is here for more on that. Hi, Karen, what's the latest?
Diane, the president was set to sign this bill just after noon today, and 2 hours before he was going to do it, he announced on social media that he will not sign the bill. He will not have that event on Capitol Hill. This, he says, is because he wants to see lawmakers pass the Save America Act, which he calls a national emergency. The Save America Act requires proof of citizenship before registering to vote. And this demand from the president is something he has been making since March, calling on lawmakers to pass that legislation or else he would not sign anything. Now, earlier today, the president called this housing legislation of minor importance, downplaying it, even though it's the first legislation of its kind in decades, and it certainly passed Congress with overwhelming bipartisan support and has really been touted as a major deal. And there was great fanfare expected today for this signing. But the president now has a choice. Does he veto this legislation, or does he do nothing and just not sign it? And that's important there. One, it passed with veto-proof majority, so if he does veto it, Congress could take it up again and pass it again. Or if he doesn't sign it, they have then 10 days where then nothing happens and it would become law. So we have to wait and see exactly what the president's going to do. We, of course, have asked the White House if he does intend to veto this legislation, Diane, and we don't have an answer yet.
Karen, this is sure to dominate the president.
Well, let's say this, right? So Trump is not wrong, but he's not right. And let's explain why he's not wrong. He's not wrong because the housing bill is not really that important, to be honest. Like, it is, but it's not. It really just frees up kind of funding and space for people to buy homes. But there's a whole reason why there's not a lot of homes available. So this is like a minor discrepancy. Good thing they agreed on it. That's fine. But it isn't imminent. It's not something that can cause a disruption in our world. You got to understand the whole war in Iran. I mean, the whole Iran thing with the gas prices. That's more of a problem for us. The federal rate. That's a problem for us. You know what I'm saying? The percentage that we get on kind of like debt. Those are more problems for us. It's way more serious than the housing crisis. There's not really a housing crisis, but I will say to not allow BlackRock and all of them buy up the houses. That's a big thing, but it's not imminent, let's say. Now, if Trump was right in the aspect that, Trump was right in the aspect that this is more important. Yes, Save America app is way more important due to the fact that he's saying that you need to be an American citizen in order to vote into an American election, at least federally. Now, is he wrong for asking for that? Because he's saying that if y'all can do this fast, y'all can do this fast. And we're not asking for much. And let me tell you the opposite of this. Obama, what's his name? Newsom of California governor. He has required it illegal. It is illegal to ask for somebody's ID when they're voting. Now, if you're a legal citizen, why would it be illegal to ask somebody for their identification to vote in a federal election? We're dictating who's going to be the next governor, who's going to be the midterm election. These are important things now. Who's going to be in the Senate? Who's going to be in the House? That's what is dictating. So why wouldn't someone need an ID to vote in said things? Because you know fraud is going to happen. And if they required it, so what you do is you lessen it up completely. It's that, I guarantee you, Google it. He made it completely illegal to ask someone for their ID when they're voting. I said, so how do you know who and who is not supposed to be voting? That's the point. Do y'all see what's going on here? I put these videos in order so you can understand what's going on. I literally went from bad to lesser bad to lesser bad, but they're all correlated in the same way that doesn't benefit us at all, right? And the situation at hand is very important. I think the Save America Act is very more important because we have the midterm election coming up soon. and they're just holding their and let's say this too. I did a little research. The Save America Act was announced at the end of January 2026 this year. And the act of the housing bill, bipartisan bill, it was enacted about 3 months after that. But look how fast that the bipartisan housing bill went through, but the Save America Act didn't go through at all. Well, and it's also due to some, let's say, Republicans. So we can't, without fault, some Republicans didn't agree on it. So they need to come to an agreement where they can adjust this bill somehow that they can all agree. Because what we should not agree on is that our elections can be screwed up by saying that we shouldn't even ID individuals to vote for the country and who's going to be in power. That I feel like we're losing integrity for our country. We're allowing anything and everything. And when everything goes, trouble flows. Facts. Now, why would we be sitting here thinking that trouble won't come from us not IDing individuals to vote for our country? Literally. Say, for instance, I'm voting for our governor next election, the midterm election. And I'm also voting for who's going to be representing us in the House of Representatives in the state of Illinois. If I'm not being ID'd, and I go there every time and I ask, you don't need my ID? They're like, no, we just go based on your name and the address that you said that you live in. I said, wow, that's funny because I gave you the wrong address because I didn't legally switch my address over or whatever. But the thing is, it's like, I'm who I am, but the thing is, you didn't ask me. And I'm trying to give you the information to tell you who I am, and you don't want to take it. I could lie to you simply, and you would just believe it, and that's the vote counted. That's fraud, G. That's voter fraud. I'm literally dictating who's going to be the governor of the third biggest state of Illinois, of the United States. Why wouldn't you ID me? It doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? You know, and that's why we have a non-immigrant. I mean, an immigrant that is a non-born American as the mayor of the biggest city in America. I want y'all to understand the imminent threat that we're allowing. Not only have we allowed the enemy to come in through COVID and rush in through the last year of Biden's presidency, we allowed them to use our Medicaid and Medicare without putting anything first effort. They haven't been funding it, yet they get to use it, and that's fine, I guess. And what can I do about it? I'm just complaining. But the thing is, we need to understand what is going on. They're making our Americans fat, because other countries, they come in, they don't eat like that. They don't believe what we believe. They believe in family. They don't believe in the LGBTQ stuff. They believe in family. They don't eat that bad, and then they stay focused. So they take the job. We're getting rid of we're wiping clean of the Americans that live here. Let me know if I'm wrong. We're wiping clean of all the ones that are here at the moment. It only makes sense. We're allowing them to do it. If we didn't want them to do it, we would restrict them from doing it. If you didn't want our elections to end up in a lot of fraud and false, because what happens later? What happens when we get a president that we find out halfway through his election or his term that the results were fraud? What do? They're already in power. See, we shouldn't even get to that stage. And I feel like that the Supreme Court should put their head in there even more, but they're not. The birthright citizenship thing is a crime. So it's like you're incentivizing people to do all the negative stuff. So back to the analogy I said before, when you're a good employee at a job, those are the individuals that actually get the least amount of respect. And those are the ones that get in trouble the most, even though they do the most work. While the lazy individuals in the company get the raises, no one's looking at them slacking, and they're still going to get as much as you, and they did nothing. Literally. This is a downfall of our community as Americans, bro. I think that we're celebrating the 250th, and I love this country, but I'm ashamed of this country. Because if you compare this country to other countries, and I'm not talking about protection-wise, and I'm not talking about culture-wise, I'm talking about how our integrity of a country as a whole has been slowly deteriorating. We don't want borders no more. Um, we don't want to stop people from being unhealthy anymore. We are incentivizing degenerate behavior. We want indiscriminate sex. We love abortions. What's going on? Like I told somebody, I said, if the rapture's coming, the guy coming to America first and wiping us out because we're the most sinning. We sinning the most in the world is here in America, bro. I think our demise is coming soon. I hope not. I love this country. 250 years, man. We've done a lot, but I feel like the demise of America is coming very, very soon, and we're gonna see it. It's kind of like that Back to the Future. I don't know if it's the second one or the third one. The Back to the Future when he came back and the dude had the book and he controlled his trash cans everywhere. He ruined all because he stole that book and knew where to bet because he knew the future. It's a sticky world, man. So look back to the Donald Trump thing. I think that he shouldn't hold the bipartisan housing bill. And this is my verdict. I don't think he should be holding the housing bill for ransom, but he do need for them to hurry the hell up with that because this is imminent. The midterm election is coming. It's only right. I'm not gonna be honest. I'm not against it because the president of the United States should not be telling you we should not have people not be citizens. If they're citizens, they have nothing to worry about. Literally, if they're citizens, they have nothing to worry about. And use what is it called? Mail-in ballots for the people, disabled veterans, old people, people that have no choice but to do it that way. Because that's where all the fraud's coming from. I'm be honest, this country's going down a really big shithole. It's best to you to get your money and remove it from this realm of atmosphere. Change your dollar, and they wouldn't once America started taking their dollar and start changing it into Chinese dollars. Oh yeah, then there's going to be a problem. Then they see that, oh man, Americans are taking their money, they're putting it into gold, silver, other assets away from the USD because the United States cannot promise their Americans a future. We can't promise you're going to have Social Security. We can't promise you that this fraud is going to stop. We can say we're working towards it, but we can't promise that it's going to stop. We can't even promise that we can't promise it because we're not doing anything about them to stop it. We're incentivizing them to do it. Just saying. I don't know. I'm gonna put that on your head top. It's your boy Angelo Savage. Tell me what y'all think about that, man. It's just a loose screw, man. I just think that our country it's kind of sad. The older I get, I'm only 28 years old, by the way, for those that don't understand. About to be 29, and I think it's like fruit from a poisonous tree. The same freedom that we so want is the same freedom that traps us. The freedom that we want to free us is the same freedom that traps us. So the availability to have sex with whoever you want, the availability to do whatever you want. Oh, I need a bigger booty. Okay, got the bigger booty now. Now you're getting attention, sexual attention, because not real attention. You're sad. Oh, I think I'm this when I'm that. No, I'm going to advise it. I'm going to increase, like, okay, you think you're this? Well, as the government, let me fund your transition instead of treating your problem. Oh, you're fat, you're poor, you want snacks. It's going to make you weak and not energetic and not want to work. Oh, here's more of those snacks that takes away your aura, takes away your sweets. You are what you eat. And if you a honey bun, nigga, you a honey bun. You know what I'm saying? This might go over y'all head now. But it's okay. Not everybody will understand what's going on. But if you do understand, I need you to hit that subscribe button because I'm talking I'm talking that shit for you now. I'm not talking nothing that ain't true. Only the real men and women that are out here and understand that they're part of the system understands this. Literally. If you're NPC, then you're going to say it in my chat right now, you ain't even going to subscribe. Facts. Because you don't understand. You don't understand what's going on. This is a mystery to you. It's like telling you that Santa Claus is not real. You don't believe it. It's too far. It's so far out from your realm of understanding that you're gonna be like, nah, this can't be true. Ain't no way the government just taking our money and giving it to people to fund their bad habits. And then when their bad habits come into health problems, we fund that too. Like, I told that to someone. I asked them, I said, you know where your money goes, right? You fund Section 8. Believe me, I was a Section 8 baby. I know where the fund is coming from. It's coming from the middle class individuals that are paying for it. Yeah. What do you think EBT is coming from? Do you think the poor is paying for the poor? No. The masses are paying for the poor, which are the middle class. It's just proper understanding of knowledge. You know what I'm saying? It's not even, you don't even have to be no genius to understand this. You should just know where your money's going. Just see, it's all public, most of it. But then you have to put I'm street knowledge too. I'm street smart. So you got to put 2 to 2 together now. Like, okay, why would he force people to get mental health evaluations from 3 to 12 grade and then make his brother-in-law the only person that can give those tests? That's crazy. He just made a requirement that was not a requirement and gave it to a family member to capitalize. And who suffers? You know what I'm saying? It's just another reason to drug your kids, keep them medicated. Remove firearms from your home for you don't fight back. So it's your boy Savage. Tell me what y'all think about this in the comment section, man. It's a wicked world, man. Make sure you subscribe, man, if you one of them smarties.